I knew from the beginning, I said, I don't think America is really ready for me or ready for black men like me. Black men like me historically typically get knocked off pretty fast. Fortunately, I don't live in an era where you're likely to necessarily be killed, but I do live in an era where someone tries to kill you in other ways. They try to kill you politically, they try to kill you financially, they try to assassinate your character. So my goal was to kind of get hunkered down. Hunkered down meant owning a piece of everything I did. That means that if I publish a book, I want to own a piece of that publishing company. So we created a publishing company. If I give a speech, I want to either own a piece of that speaker's bureau or make sure that speaker's bureau is black owned, so I can support a black owned bureau. And I know a black owned bureau is less likely to abandon me if the heat gets too hot. If I do media, I turn more toward technology and social media and the internet more so than television, radio, and print, because those outlets were already owned by other people. And so my goal was really to be hunkered down. Now, here was the thing. It was a lot harder to do it that way. When you own your own stuff, there's pride in ownership, but there's also a little bit of, humiliation in that you don't have as much access to capital. There's nothing like working for a CNN and having them put millions of dollars out to help brand your show and build you up when you're scraping money out of your pocket to barely get by. And that's what I was doing. I was literally using money from my salary in order to pay for the things that I was trying to do. What I realized when I look back on it is that I may not have had as much money right away. It wasn't fast money. It was definitely slow money. It did eventually build up. But what I found was that protection, that security really came in handy when the heat got real hot. When I lost favor with the Obama administration and some of these big name black people because of some of the things I said during the presidency, I was okay. Nobody could really take anything away from me because I was paying my own bills. When I got into a big battle back in 2007, 2008 with Bill ORielly, he tried to get me fired from Syracuse, and he tried to attack me and go after me in every way he could. I knew what his strategy was. His strategy was, I want to find out who owns this black man, and I'm going to go get him. One thing about owning something is that, A, you can't pass it on to your children. You can't pass a job to your kids most of the time. You could try, but you probably can't, because jobs are pretty scarce. Jobs disappear overnight. It only gets worse every year. Corporate America is here to screw you, in case you're wondering. Corporate America doesn't care about you. Capitalism, in its very worst forms, is meant to exploit you. And if you're not aware of how the game works, then you will be at the bottom of the barrel, and you will be one of the people that ends up getting crushed by this. It's hard to pass a job onto your kids, but it's very easy to pass a business onto your kids. The other side about ownership is that the money does get better. The money, it takes time, it takes a lot of work. Even in my own business, I spent every penny I had to build up whatever it is that I have today. But the upside is huge.